Donkey Jaw Projects.
What is up, y'all? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and today is day number 96 of 100 Days of Making Comics. How you guys doing? I'm doing all right, and yeah, I don't know. Yesterday I didn't make a video, but I did do my work. I posted up on social media. The rules don't state that you have to make a video. I wanted to make a video for every day this month. Yesterday I missed, and I missed one other day. Oh well, it is what it is. But I didn't miss a day of actual work. So anyways, today I did more writing for The Hitchhiker. And this morning I worked on some sketching on the tablet because I'm trying to figure out how to use that thing better. And so I'm learning. Every morning I'm most likely, well, every morning I can, I'm going to try to work on it a little bit. I didn't really get hardly any chance to, I shouldn't say hardly any, but I didn't get the kind of time I wanted on the tablet this weekend. I set it up on Friday, wasn't really able to do much with it. Saturday I had the convention, but I did spend some time, but that was all mostly time trying to figure out how the thing actually worked. And but I did do, like, you know, the flatting, and you guys saw. And then yesterday or Sunday, I told, my wife and I were hanging out, but I let her know, I'm like, I have to do at least a half an hour of comics today. At some point, and at one point I was just like, okay, we gotta take a break. I gotta spend a little half an hour on comics at least. And I colored the Daisy Ted panel thing that I showed, and that went well. And again, there was definitely some learning curve stuff going on, but it was good stuff. And I actually spent about an hour on it instead of a half an hour. And then I finished that, and then this morning I spent about a half an hour trying to sketch out a character, and that was fun. And I want to finish that illustration, like these characters a day challenge thing that has been going on in a Facebook group. Has been a really cool, fun challenge that I've been doing in my sketchbook, but now I'm going to start doing them digitally, because at least just for a little while, because I want to learn. And I did notice, like, while I was doing this morning, I'm like, man, I kind of wish I was doing this in my sketchbook, because it would be easier. I still haven't even played with the pressure sensitivity thing, so I'm still getting the corn dog lines once in a while. And I know that's probably an easy fix. I watched some videos on how to do some of this digital stuff today, so I'm gonna go futz around with it a little bit more, most likely tomorrow morning. But it is what it is. It's gonna take a little bit of time to kind of get used to it. I won't bore you with the details of it. Let's see. But what I was thinking about a lot today was one of the things that Peter Simeti told me that I need to fix in my work is my comic work, is I need to put in more blacks, which I guess means that concept of like more spot blacks. And I don't know, I've always heard people say that, like, not advice to me necessarily, just I've heard people give that advice, especially people who are like inkers and stuff like that. And I guess but I never really understood what it meant. Like, why, like, what spot blacks, like, and why do I need more black on the paper? Like, can't I do it without that? And so I looked up some videos trying to figure out what the heck people are talking about with that. And also he gave me examples of the old Labyrinth Marvel comic and the old Muppet Babies Labyrinth or Marvel comic. It was actually Star, but that was like a branch of Marvel or whatever. But and so I looked at pages from that, like, online, and I'm like, okay, there's a little bit more black, like a tiny bit more black, like. And he also was talking to me about like line weight, like, and stuff like that, and a looser line, which I get that. I'm trying to get better at that. But I'm not criticizing his advice either. I'm just trying to figure out what this spot black thing is, or you know, putting more black on the page. And so anyways, like, you know, I was looking at the examples of the Muppet Babies and the Labyrinth, and Labyrinth you could see it a little more, and I think I get what he's talking about and what people are talking about when they talk about this. But I feel like I still need to understand it better. So if you guys know of any resources that talk about this technique, let me know, or why people advise this in comics. I think what it is I think it's more of a comic book style thing. Like, to make it look comic booky, you should put blacks in. I guess, I don't know, because I mean, for years, like for many years, coloring was very limited, and it was mostly like flat colors, and the printing process wasn't that great, so you could only get so much out of your colors. So I think that they emphasized making sure there was, you know, eliminating part of the need for value with, you know, like you can't create value as much with the color process. So use blacks. So that's like, okay, now you have like your deep blacks already with ink, and then now all you need is the mid-tone and the highlights, if you can even get that. So you can fake it a little better and kind of help the colorist along. But now, you know, you can do anything with color. So to me, it seems like it doesn't even really matter necessarily. But it does kind of give like an American, you know, comic booky style. The other thing is contrast. It helps your line work have contrast and a little more value to it. I mean, I already said value, but, you know. So, and then, like, I think there's, like, a balance between, like, you should have this much percent blacks and this much percent, like, not so much. That concept I'm not sure about. Like, it's storytelling. Like, why do you need blacks? Like, that, I don't know. I mean, I can see that it helps with some storytelling, but I feel like that's more of a preference thing. Like, do I want more blacks? Do I want to let the colorist be the one who provides that contrast and value? Or like when I do my coloring stage, you know, do I want to do that? So I don't know, but I do like that old school style with more blacks too. So I kind of feel like maybe I would try it. I saw a video. One of the videos I saw was this one where Mark Crilly is like drawing. He has like the same dragon, like he photocopied it, so there's like 5 copies of the same dragon, and he inks it 5 different ways. Not all the ways he inked it was really helpful. Like the last 2, like the Bic pen and the stippling, like it was cool to see, but it wasn't as, I didn't learn as much from that. But the first 3 examples were interesting. One was where he just used one line weight, and he like literally just kind of traced the pencils almost, which is like almost like a coloring book style. The second one, he used what did he do? He just varied line weights more. I forget exactly how he did it, but like he was not trying to, like, you know, make a literal line for every line or whatever. I forget exactly. But then the third one, he used a brush, and that was more this comic booky style with the blacks in there. And one thing I like about this video is he was saying, he's like, you know, none of these are like the way you should do it. These are just 5 different ways you can do it, and there's other ways too. Like, these are just 5 different ways, you know. But I did happen to like the one maybe the most, the one with the blacks in there, and with the brush, and with the line weights and stuff like that. So it is a cool style, and it is, I do want to, like, I kind of want to just follow the advice of putting more blacks in there, so I can learn the benefit of it, you know, and decide to do it or not to do it if I feel, however I feel. That being said, I am curious to hear, like, what you guys' take is on, using a lot of blacks in your comic book work or illustration work. Is that something you agree with? Is that something you've learned and has helped you? Why is that something that people advise people to do? Anything on this topic, I'm curious. What your take is on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Today's day 96 of 100 days, and tomorrow will be 97. We're counting down the days. It's almost done. Friday's gonna be the last day. And I'm excited for the challenge to be done. I'm excited for what's coming next. Gonna keep making videos, of course, and not every day, but But we'll talk more about that, and we already have talked a little bit about that. So, guess that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. You guys rock, and I hope you're having a great Monday. It's actually a beautiful day out today, which is nice. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.